It's a cheat code. You can become great at producing overnight if you know how to use. Yo, what's going on? I hope you're having a great day. If you suffer from a terrible case of beat block, if you regularly waste your time trying to create a melody that you end up hating, or if you're sick of being held back from making great melodies and beats because you just don't know music theory, then this video is the perfect one for you. And here's why. The fact is, you can create great beats that artists actually want to buy without losing years of your life studying music theory. And you gotta realize, if you don't deal with this, it's just gonna get worse. What most people do when they're trying to deal with beat block is they spend hours watching YouTube videos trying to learn how to make melodies. They try and fight through the beat block, or listen to music to get inspired, or even take a break from making beats. But for most people, none of that works, and this is why. Learning how to make melodies is a good investment of your time, but honestly, that time could be spent making more beats, and I'll show you how in a bit. Trying to brute force your way through beat block is a great way to have worse beat block, because you'll end up creating a bunch of stuff that you don't like, that you're not enjoying, that you don't feel, and then because you've done that, you're gonna think, oh, I've lost the source, I'm just not able to create beats anymore, which is gonna add on to that beat block and stop you from creating beats as you lose hope. Listening to music can be a great way to get inspired for making beats, but if you don't know music theory very well, then it can be more frustrating than helpful to listen to other songs, because you'd be like, oh, I hear that, what chord is that, what note is that, and then you're just wasting a lot of time trying to figure things out instead of actually getting down to it. And taking a break from making beats means you're not making beats. So all that time that you're spending taking a break is time that could have been spent being productive and actually getting more beats out there. And you know, more beats equals more listens, more artists, more customers, more sales. So you know you got to make more beats. And what happens if you just do nothing? If you keep doing what you've been doing, well, you end up believing that you can't make beats. You've lost the ability. You give up. You slide back into your desk at work and call it a day. You accept defeat and you spend the rest of your life wondering, what if I stuck at it? That's not a great place to be in. Now, I've got an answer that works, and I'm going to tell you how I get rid of my beat block in seconds, basically. And here's the story. Everyone gets beat block once in a while, and I'm no different. I've been there. I've spent countless nights starting and closing projects just because I just couldn't get it to sound the way that I wanted. Maybe I had a crap chord progression or whack melodies. I just hate what I'm creating at the time. I've wondered if I've lost all my source, if maybe I just can't make beats anymore. Maybe the ability has left me and flown away. But here's the interesting thing. I created a formula for consistently creating melodies even if I'm not inspired. And that's not all. I started to think, like, what if I could create a bucket load of melodies and save them as loops for later so that I can just bring them in when I'm ready to use them? What if I could use these loops whenever I had beat block or just wanted to save some time? And what if I could allow other producers to use these loops easily simply by dragging a file into their DAW? Whatever DAW of choice, it doesn't have to be FL Studio. And that's how I created my loop kits. And if you're watching this video, there will be a link down below where you can go and check out my catalog of loop kits. There are a variety of them there. In this video, we're going to be looking at my RnB trap loop kit, but you can see basic straightforward previews of my loop kits down below if you just want to hear what loops are in each kit. Basically, it works for the top music producers and it will work for you as well. Like, here's what using loops did for me. If I ever feel uninspired or I want to make a bunch of beats quickly, I just drag and drop one of my loops into FL Studio. Let me show you exactly how that works. Here we are in FL Studio. Here is my RnB trap loop secrets kit, and as you can see, it's marked by the name of the loop, the key of the loop, the BPM, and the chord progression. So I can just be like, okay, let's do closed door, and here we got the full loop, and then we've got the stems of the loop. So I can just go through that. I can either bring in the full loop and create my song that way and cut it up, or I can bring in the loop stems and choose what elements of the song I want. But you're better off bringing in the full loop and then choosing what elements of the song you want, because then you know what's in the song basically. Okay, now what I basically do these days is I just drag a loop. I can drag a loop into my DAW, and then I can change the tempo to match the loop. So as you can see, this is 125 BPM. We just change this to 125 BPM, and now if we loop 8 bars of the loop, it should loop back on itself. And here's a quick preview of what that's sounding like. So that's a perfect loop. And then all I have to do at this point is go to my pattern. Let's go to all and add drums. So you can start there. How large is this pattern? Let's 2, 4. So I don't think I'm going to do the whole thing here and add all the drums, but let's at least do like a perk there. Oh, I'd love to have like just something. Obviously, I do better drums if I was actually making a beat. I could go into making a beat right about now, but I really just want to, you know, show you how the loop stuff goes in. Maybe I'll finish this video by making a beat, so make sure you stick through to the end. But it's just that easy, you know. I've already got the melodic elements. This is, I believe, the intro, and then it will go into the verses, and then pre-chorus, then the chorus. So I just need to move this around and cut the right places in order to get that all set up. Basically, I don't really have to do any added melodies or anything like that whatsoever. I can do it, but I don't have to. And doesn't that sound amazing? Doesn't that sound like something you'd love to do as well? And it's not just me. Like, the top producers aren't making 10 beats a day by coming up with melodies on their own. That's not the way it works. It's not because they work harder than you. It's not because they have better VSTs than you. It's not because they have more experience than you. These things can help them make more beats, but it's not the secret weapon that helps them whip up more than 10 beats in a day without breaking a sweat. The secret weapon of the top producers is using loops. That is just how it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Using loops has become the norm in producing, so if you're not doing that, you're gonna be left behind. Loops allow you to make more beats in less time and kill your beat block. If you ever have that, or you're just feeling uninspired, you can always be able to make a beat with loops. They're also great for you if you don't know a lot of music theory. To put it plainly, loops are a cheat code for making beats, because if you don't know how to make a certain type of beat, maybe you're not good at making guitars or making R&B loops or whatever, making R&B melodies, then you can use a loop, bring that in, and now you have the ability to make a completely different genre that you wasn't able to make before. It's a cheat code. You can become great at producing overnight if you know how to use loops properly, basically, and add in drums to loops. Like, that's the only part where you really have to do anything, and you know, that's pretty straightforward. And a lot of your favorite rap songs by huge artists are made using loops. You might not even know about it. For example, songs by Gunna, Young Thug, Future, Lil Uzi Vert, Drake, made using loops. Like, there's a list on the page. If you go to, you know, purchase these loops, you can see the list of songs that have loops in there, but if you Google, you'll find way more. There's just a bunch out there. I don't want to waste your time and list every song that uses loops, but there's many more where that comes from. And finally, it's your turn to use loops and to boost your productivity and to get rid of beat block once and for all. Now, when you get one of my loop kits today, you'll get the key to cure beat block forever, make more beats in less time, make better beats instantly without spending years learning music theory. And it all comes as part of at least 10 original and unique loops marked by BPM, key, and chord progression. The only loop kit that currently is not marked by chord progression is Trap Melody Secrets Volume 1, so keep that in mind. But all of my loop kits have at least 10 loops in there as of me recording this, but you'll see how many loops are in each loop kit if you go to that specific page. But these loop kits come with full WAV stems except for Trap Melody Secrets Volume 1. Just imagine Trap Melody Secrets Volume 1 isn't even included in this. I've got a whole different video for that, but generally all my loop kits apart from that is going to come with full WAV stems, so you can just bring these in. Let me bring in the chord ARP over here so you can kind of get an idea of what you can do with these stems. Open hat isn't supposed to be there. I'm going to get rid of that. That's not going to be in the end loop kit. Lucky this is just the one loop kit that I haven't released yet, but hopefully it'll be up while you're actually watching this video. Now, it's an instant digital download. You can start using these loops and producing your next hit in seconds. The loops are all come with high quality WAV files. The loops are compatible with any DAW, FL Studio, Ableton, Reason, whatever, basically Pro Tools, Logic, Studio One, all of them. You can use these loops in there. It's just drag and drop. It's an audio file, so you can use them anywhere. All loops are 100% royalty free as well, and really you should take advantage of these loops when they're at the price that they're at right now before they go up in price, because you know, as time goes on, prices are going to get raised. You know, the economy, inflation, and my brand cachet is going to get bigger and more substantial, so I'm just going to raise prices and, you know, do different business moves and whatnot as that goes on, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So you got a choice to make. You can either do what you've been doing or do nothing at all, which is terrible, but you know where that will lead, and is that really where you want to go? Or you could take a new action, get a new result, finally get rid of your beat block forever. You have to ask yourself, which do you actually want for yourself now? Here's what to do now. It's super easy to order. All you need to do is go to jcartere.com/loop kits. And here you'll see my full catalog of loop kits. Right about now, you can only see this one because I haven't made everything else public yet. But then you just want to click on the big green button that says add to cart. That adds it to cart, and then go to checkout and then enter your details, and you'll download a zip file when you enter your details and you go to buy now and all that sort of stuff. And I'll quickly show you the zip file that you'll get so you can kind of understand what you'll be getting. So here's my free loop kit. We might as well use this for example, but in the actual loop kits you will get stems. So if you go in these files, you'll see all these folders and you'll see all the different stems. So let's actually, I mean, if you basically right click on this and go to export, what it will do is it will just create a folder like this. So this is what it comes in a zip file, and then if you go in the folder you'll see this, but you'll see the stems as I showed you before, and you'll also see the copyright information for the loop kits. That's for the free loop kits. But if we go in here, then you'll see the copyright information for the loop kits, which basically says it's royalty free. Don't worry if you're selling beats online, but if major labels pick up your beat or song, then you got to contact me to clear it. Basically, that's how that works. Very, very straightforward. Now I do have other videos on how to create a beat using loops, so I don't know if I want to go that deep into this because I don't really want to take up more time than necessary in this video. I just want to give you all the information that you need. Okay, I know I already said that I'm not going to create the full beat, but I just realized I had already done that, so there's no need for me to do that again. I can just show you a full beat made with an R&B loop basically. So this is all the elements that went into the R&B loop. And then we've got kick, clap, hi-hat and snares, as well as a bass. And I believe that's pretty much all. And then we got an open hat for the chorus. So about 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we can count the second clap as 5 additional elements, which are all drums, and one melodic element, which is the bass, which just follows the root notes, which you know what the root notes are because I gave you the chord progression loop. So it's 1, 4, 6, 5 in B minor. So 1 would be B, and then let me just show you how that works out. Is this B minor? Did I not do? Oh, there we go. 1 would be B, 4 would be E, and then I go up a little bit into the 6, and then the 5, and then we go down into the B. So that's how that works out. Let me play this for you so you can get an idea of how that runs. By the way, this is not mixed, so keep that in mind. I really need to mix that synth bass, but yeah, that's the beat. Do you think you can do a better job with this loop? If so, grab my R&B trap loops. Is it R&B trap loops? R&B trap secrets loop kit. Link will be in the description down below. Grab it and send me what you do with these loops. This loop is called Closed Door. So show me your results and let me see what you do, and I'll probably put the best on like a video or something. I'd love to do a video of seeing what people do with my loop kits and making a whole video around that and uploading that to my channel and, you know, promoting and all that sort of stuff. So if that's something you're interested in, go purchase a loop kit. It's really super inexpensive compared to any other promotional activities, so I'd highly suggest doing that. But remember, it's not guaranteed. I might do that, maybe, depends on how good your beat is, but definitely send me your stuff because I always like to hear what other people are doing with, you know, my loops and all that sort of stuff, like my beats, my loops, and it's like a collaboration effort basically. I'm always excited to see what you can come up with, so definitely send that over. And yeah, I'm going to pass it back to Past Me. So here you go. I also have free loops that you can grab. There's a link in the description as well. You can get my free loop kit, check that out, put that to use. And remember that for all my loop kits, there will be a preview video for them. I'll link them all in the description of this video. If you're on the product page for one of my loop kits, then that will also be linked on that page as well, and you can just hear what kind of loops you'll get in each pack. But I just wanted to show you how the loops work, how they can maybe help you, show you whether they're for you or not. Maybe you don't want loops, maybe you do want loops. Like, this should give you a good idea of if this would help you out. The R&B trap loops, I believe most of them have been structured in a song, so you could just go through there and use it as is. Although, you know, if you're using loops, I highly suggest you change it up and manipulate it a little bit so that it's super unique to you. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video there. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I hope this helped you out. In the next video, you'll learn more about music production, online business, and online marketing. Question of the day is, do you use loops? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know if you use loops. Let me know why or why not. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.